Today I'd like to talk to you about Microsoft OneNote. The idea being is it's one place to put all your notes, hence the name. So what is it? Well, you have something called a notebook. And you can think of it as a notebook like maybe one of those big binders you see people sometimes carry around. You know, the types that have all the tabs and stuff? Well, your notebook is like that binder. And you can think of that binder and have a couple different ones, maybe one for school and one for work, one for your personal life. And then you get to have tabs. And the tabs is the sections of information. And so you might have this one big folder binder for your school, and you got a tab that's for your Comp 1, and a tab that's for algebra, and a tab that's for another class. Well, then in between those tabs, you have lots of pages you can create. And the nice thing about OneNote is you can easily create lots and lots and lots of pages. And you can sync this up with OneDrive, so it's available to you anywhere you go. Let's take a look at what this is going to look like for you. Okay, so when you open up OneNote at first, you're going to have a quick notes section. And this is going to show you some things you can do, like you can create to-do lists. You can collaborate with others and share information. You can sync things with, like I said, OneDrive. You can clip stuff from the web and store it in your notepad. You can organize things with tables, even write with slides. Let's show you how to do this. So I'm going to come over here and click the little plus on my tab. This creates a new section for me. I'm just going to call this sample section. If I want to add a page, I can come over here to the right and click add page. This adds a whole new, just a blank page. And I can right click on these and I can delete them. This is not that great if you ask me, okay? It works, but you need some help. So I can come over here and insert, and this is where we start to get a little bit better. Now I can do things like put a file printout or attach a file. So I can come up here, say attach file, and select a couple files. I can run this file, and it's going to warn me about it because it's a SQL file, so I'm going to cancel. I trust it. I wrote it. Okay, so now I can put some files in here. I can insert and add a spreadsheet. The attachment could have been a Word document. I can come here and say insert, and then choose a screen clipping. Then I can just grab a section, and notice it takes that screenshot, just like with the snipping tool that I've shown you in how to use Microsoft Windows, and adds it to my OneNote, including the ability for me to write a little note. And now I can click this information and move it around. So it allows you to start to organize my information. I can add timestamps to stuff. I can record audio and video. So there's a lot of different things I can do, including links and so much more. Remember when I showed you quick notes? I left it up here because it has things like to-do lists, and it has information for things like flight details. You can see section about transportation, reservations. Like, how do you get that type of stuff? Because it's not real easy over here. Even if I go to insert, you might go, okay, where's like my to-do list and stuff? Well, luckily, Microsoft has given those to you. Come here to your page templates. I'm going to choose page templates here. Now it shows off on my far right-hand side. And notice it has several templates for the pages I can automatically create. So for example, if I'm looking in an academic setting and I want simple lecture notes, I can come here. I can do a class here. Choose algebra. I can specify what my homework is, what the topics, and I can like just highlight some important things. I can choose detailed notes. And not only do I have my homework and topics, I can specify important notes and then take my full detailed lectures here. I can then at the end of the class, and this is always a good idea, it's a little study hint, to summarize and figure out what's the important things that were covered. Because sometimes you get lots of little details, but you want just kind of the highlights. And so this is something I can do. And you can see some different examples in here that you might find. And come over here to planners. Let's say I want a simple to-do list. Here's those little boxes. And I might, instead of saying to-do list, I might have a grocery list for my trip. What are the things I want to get that are like snacks that everyone likes when we're on this road trip and we're going someplace? So we might have potato chips, soft drinks, etc., etc., etc. And then as I find them in the store, I can click in the little box and mark them off. So I have different types of things here that I can do. I have decorative, and you can see I have all different types of decorative things, or business. I can have special meetings and personal meeting notes, and I can do all different types of things I might want to help me plan things out. All I do is click on it, I get that template, and I can start working on it. Each time I click that template, it doesn't get rid of it, it just adds a new page. And yes, I can even add blank pages to add whatever I want. Then I can share this information. I have a share tab up here, and I can share my entire notebook, or I can email a copy of it. If I'm using OneDrive, it becomes a little bit easier because I can now share it, and I can get people to connect via a link, and then they can provide information. So think about if like I had a group project and I created a notebook for that, and I had a section for all the major sections of this big project. For example, let's say I'm doing a media package, and this is going to be about a charity tennis event. Well, I might need to have one section on radio spots that need to be created, and one section on a web ad that needs to be created, and one section on information that's going to go out to donors. I can have everyone working together in this notebook, all working for the different sections of the project based upon what their assigned tasks are. So this allows me a lot of power to very quickly start to organize my information. And if I'm going to use this same template over and over again, I can come down here to the very bottom right-hand side and select a default template and size and things that I want to use. So this is a very, very powerful tool that we use to help us organize it. Think of it if you've looked at how to organize your files inside of Microsoft Windows, kind of the same idea. It allows you to organize and group information in one place. Whether you're doing it for a research project, you're doing it for organizing your own personal life, or doing it for something in business. People who like OneNote tend to use it everywhere because it is so versatile and so powerful. So hopefully this just gives you a good introduction to something as simple and useful as OneNote.